Hey friends, let's start with a question. Do you like yourself? I'm asking honestly, and of course there's nobody around here, so you can be honest. Do you like yourself? One quick way to check in is, what is your self-talk typically like? Do you typically say things like, oh man, you're so stupid? Or, man, I can't believe I did that. I'm such a knucklehead. Or you say, when you think about approaching a new person, you want to introduce yourself, you want to say hi to a new coworker, do you say things to yourself like, man, I hope they don't think I'm dumb. I hope they think that I'm smart. I hope they don't find me boring. If you have a lot of self-talk like that, I would say there's at least some gaps in how you see your likability. Hence this conversation. Just this morning, I sent out a weekly email to my one-to-one clients. I spoil the heck out of them. They get their own email, they get a digital workbook, all kinds of goodies. And I created I think it's a 12-page exercise around how to learn to like yourself. And yeah, there are actual steps to this. There's a process. And I want to share some of the highlights with you. The first question a lot of people ask is, well, are we supposed to love ourselves? Well, that's nice too, but there's a difference between love and like. Like is having a general positive regard for yourself, thinking, you know, I'm a nice person, I'm a kind person, I'm enjoyable to spend time with, I've got a good energy, things like that. And the self-love is more about how you actively nurture yourself. When you take yourself for a massage because you think you deserve it, you're worth it, you deserve to be given to. There's an extra layer of vulnerability in self-love. Whereas self-like is much more about, yeah, I'm good to have around for going to a party or going to a movie, things like that. And can you say to yourself, and do you believe, I'm worth hanging around with? I'm worth spending time with. Not in an arrogant, I'm better than anybody else kind of way, but just establishing that you have worth and value as a human being, and you don't spend a lot of time second guessing whether you're worth someone's time. But if you're neurodivergent, you've grown up with a lot of criticism, your predominant feedback from your environment is that you may be annoying, you can be boring, you can monologue. So you have a lot of competing feedback. But in order to see yourself as likable, to take those chances of reaching out and taking a risk of starting a new relationship, you need to have at least a basic sense that you're worth taking a chance on. You're worth taking a chance for. So you like yourself enough, maybe even love yourself enough, to take chances on meeting new people. And there are strategies all around that too. How to start conversations, how to keep them going. I've got you covered. But in terms of liking yourself, some of the things to start thinking about to help zero in on it is, what kind of compliments do people give me? Do people ever say, wow, you're really good at that? And when they say that, do you talk yourself out of it? Oh no, it's no big deal. There are people that are better than me. Comparison. That's a quick way to take all the wind out of a compliment. However, what I'm suggesting is you keep a list of these compliments, because what it's basically telling you is how other people have pointed out something that is admirable about you, something that is likable about you. Because we often need to find ways to remember what we have to offer. Because when we start getting down on ourselves, that's all we think. It's all we see. And in order to pull ourselves out of that, we need somewhere else to land. And having these lists that remind us what we have to offer is really, really good. Now, another suggestion is write down things that you like about your abilities, your interests, because it's important that your self-like comes from you too, that it's not just what everybody else says. And we're not looking for other people to tell us that we're worthwhile and good enough. I ask you to track the compliments because chances are you already have made up your mind what other people truly think about you. So it's nice to have something to contradict that, to give you evidence that that is in fact not what people are thinking about you. I pulled up some notes here I want to check really quick because I want to make sure I give you a couple really good tips. Well, I guess let's leave you with a simple one. Start at least one habit where daily or weekly you do something for the specific purpose of celebrating how likable you are. So let's say my youngest, for example, just told me about how he made a comment in class and made everybody laugh. He could write that down as, hey, I made the class laugh today. I guess I can be pretty funny sometimes. And just take a moment to sit with that and say, I am grateful that I have this ability. People like this about me. I like this about myself. Taking time to acknowledge it, use the language, feel good about it. All of those different experiences, the savoring of it, makes it more real, makes it something that you look forward to celebrating again. So now you have some incentive to keep going after it. It's like, if you're like me, we just had chocolate covered strawberries for Mother's Day. Hallelujah. One of the best junk foods on the planet. And I savored it. I savored the strawberry because it was so delicious. And next Mother's Day, I'm looking forward to having these again. Now, you don't have to wait for an entire year in order to celebrate your likability. You can do it as often as you want. But the more you create that experience, the less foreign it becomes. The less of an exception it becomes. Like when you think, well, my life is pretty much about things being hard and me struggling. Occasionally things are nice, but for the most part, we don't want you to have that experience with likability. It's important to be a regular experience so that it becomes the default experience. Because let's face it, when you really like yourself, you're going to have an easier time stepping up to someone and introducing yourself, giving them a compliment, being in the relationship with them, because you're not hemming and hawing and thinking, well, it's just a matter of time before they realize I'm a waste of time and they're going to dump me. That's how we sabotage relationships. That's how we prevent them from lasting. In fact, that's how we prevent ourselves from saying anything in the first place. So it's important for you to like you so that you can get rid of all that resistance between you and opportunities to connect with others. So I'll leave it with that for now. Hopefully this has been helpful. Oh, and by the way, as I mentioned, this lesson and many, many others are part of a digital workbook that all of my one-to-one clients get. So if you're interested in that, there should be a link below. Or if you want to ask me questions directly, just send me a message. Until we talk next, thanks for being you.